Fortnite's Chapter 2 map is loaded with hidden secrets and Easter eggs. Epic really put a lot of thought and detail into the new Fortnite island, and there was a ton to uncover. We've already had 2 episodes talking about several hidden secrets that we've uncovered on the map, but we've stumbled upon even more, and even found hints of a few crazy conspiracies along the way. That being said, let's not waste any more time, because on today's episode of The Countdown, we'll be covering 6 more hidden secrets in Fortnite Chapter 2. Number 6. Slurpy Shack. If you take a look at the factory in Slurpy Swamp, it's pretty clear that the Slurp Juice company doesn't follow any kind of environmental restrictions. After all, Slurp Juice is polluting the entire swamp, and it doesn't seem like the makers of the drink are planning to clean that pollution up anytime soon. After doing a bit of exploring, it seems as if the creators of Slurp Juice are guilty of much more than just polluting the nearby water though. If you head southwest of the factory, towards the coast, you'll find a small shack next to a graveyard. If you go into the shack, it seems as if there is some sort of sketchy testing facility in which the Slurp Juice company would tie people down to a chair and test their Slurp Juice on them. It also seems as if their experiments may have failed more than once, as 2 graves can be found right next to the shack. I mean, pollution is one thing, but human experimenting? Yikes. But wait, it gets better. Number 5. Shantytown. If you keep along the coast outside of Slurpy Swamp and head north from the shack, you'll run into a small rundown village called Shantytown. It's clear that the people who live in Shantytown don't have much money, and it doesn't seem like the most comfortable place to live. To make matters worse though, it seems as if the Slurp Juice company has gotten this small community addicted to Slurp Juice. Slurp Juice containers can be found throughout the locations, and although it looks like the villagers might have stolen these containers, it seems much more likely that they were gifts from the Slurp Juice company. What's really disturbing about all of this is the statue made out of pipes in the middle of the village. In our first video, we mentioned the Pipe Man Easter egg that can be found in the southernmost area of the Fortnite map, but we think this pipe statue is a bit different. It seems as if this small village is worshipping the Slurp Juice, and they believe that the pipes that are coming from the Slurp Juice factory belong to some sort of deity. So, in conclusion, the Slurp Juice company is pretty shady, and it seems like Epic might have a darker sense of humor than we originally thought. Ugh. Number 4. Little Chair. If you head to the G4 section of the map's grid, you can stumble upon a random little chair sitting on the top of a hill. At first glance, it seems like the view from this chair is very similar to the view of Chapter 2's map that can be found in the Chapter 2 trailer. After taking a closer look though, the images are clearly different. We don't think that this chair really references anything specific, but if we're missing something, feel free to hit us up on our Instagram at ArcadeCloud to let us know what's up. It was most likely put into the game so the people at Epic can sit down and admire the work that they've created. Or they forgot it was there. I don't know. Number 3. Compact Cars. This next Easter egg can also be found in the G4 section of the map's grid, and it's an unmarked named location called Compact Cars. At first glance, Compact Cars is just a junkyard, but if you've been playing Fortnite for a while now, you'll notice that this junkyard looks a bit familiar. Compact Cars is basically a miniature version of the Chapter 1 location, Junk Junction. You won't find as many crushed cars in this location, but the layout is almost identical to Junk Junction, and it even has the same yellow crane that can be found in the original location. Although this Easter egg might not be as amazing as the others on this list, it's great to see Epic reference a location that is no longer on the map to give longtime Fortnite players a little extra something to discover. Number 2. Unremarkable Shack. If you head to the D1 location on the map's grid, you'll find a shack that at a glance is pretty unremarkable. This is Unremarkable Shack, and it looks like a fairly boring location with very little loot. Its name is pretty ironic though, as there is an interesting secret to uncover within the location if you look hard enough. Go inside the shack and harvest the large wardrobe up against the wall. This will uncover a secret basement room that you can now enter. Head down into the room and you'll stumble upon a bunch of control panels and scientific equipment. It seems pretty clear that this place was called Unremarkable Shack to hide the fact that there's actually a pretty remarkable secret inside. What do these control panels do? It's hard to say, but it could have something to do with number 1. Another hatch. If you head near the coast in the same D1 location on the map's grid, you'll find another small structure with a telescope on the balcony. If you head inside this structure and harvest the ground, you'll discover yet another hatch. In our first video, you'll remember that we covered a hatch that can be found under the water south of Holly Hedges. It seems that there is more than one hatch on the map though, considering that this location is in the hidden room that can be found in Unremarkable Shack. It's easy to assume that these 2 locations might be related. Does this room control the hatches, or could this be a secret hiding spot for the visitor, as hinted to by the telescope located on the balcony? Either way, something really fishy is going on in the Fortnite map, and we're anxiously waiting to find out what's going to happen next. Well, that's the end of our list covering 6 more hidden secrets in Fortnite Chapter 2. What Easter eggs have been your favorite so far? What should we cover next? Be sure to subscribe to The Countdown right here on YouTube. Leave a comment, give us a like, and share with your friends. As always, thanks for watching.